Processing Zone, hosted by the Liberia Special Economic Zone Authority. In attendance, the Vice President of Liberia, His Excellency.
Thank you, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasing duty to announce the arrival of the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. The Honorable Vice President has been accompanied by the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, along with the President pro tempore of the Liberian Senate. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President, Honorable Jeremiah Koung. Thank you. You may have your seats.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We will now begin the program. My name is Hester Baker, and I am a communications consultant with the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone. We'll begin with housekeeping. So this morning, we are at the Liberia Industrial Park, Liberia Industrial Zone, Economic Zone, and there are quite a few things going on here this morning. In that corner to your left is what we call the Liberia Experience, Liberian coffee. We don't know if you realize that Liberia had one of the world's first coffee beans that was possibly the most popular coffee in the world, and it is called Liberica. And so we hope this morning you get a chance to taste some Liberica. Also from Miss Josephine Francis, RJ's Farm. She also has Robusta, and we hope you had a chance to taste some of that. We also have our Moringa from Liberia. All of those are agro-processors in Liberia, and we're very proud to have Zach, who also provided the Moringa. In this afternoon, after this official program, we do ask that you please walk around the back. We do have an exhibition of our agro-processors. So we would like for you to walk around, talk to them, and get more familiar with what we are doing in Liberia in terms of agro-processing. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to call Attorney Ebenezer M. Wilson. He is Director of Regulatory Affairs, Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority.
The Vice President, His Excellency Jeremiah Koung, Senior and Chief Guest of this event, Mr. Speaker, Madam President pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, members of the 55th National Legislature present, cabinet ministers, heads of agencies and autonomous commissions, distinguished excellencies, ambassadors, heads of mission and government partners, the Honorable Equated Prince Kenneth Red, Executive Chairman and fellow teammates of the Agro-Industrial Economic Authority, the business community, stakeholders in the agro-manufacturing sectors, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press. Today we have gathered at the birthplace of the concept of special economic zones in the Liberian context. This facility was commissioned in 1975 by the President William Tupper and seized already due to the Civil War. Hence, it is His Excellency, Ambassador Joseph Wakai, being the first post-war Liberian leader that has attached urgency and dignity to the reawakening of special economic zones on the arrest agenda for inclusive development, something which re-echoes the vision hatched nearly 50 years ago on these hallowed grounds. Additionally, the appointment of Honorable Prince Kenneth Red as Executive Chairman of the Authority, consistent with the 2017 Act Legislature, has set into motion a number of progressive activities which include but not limited to the resuscitation of existing facilities, including this free zone, which until present has been in the middle of the forest, but now poised to be an economic miracle. Whilst at the same time, plans are on the way to identify, to designate, and to regulate potential new zones. But most importantly, my friends, Why did we choose such a venue for today's event? We did so as a wake-up call that moving our country towards manufacturing and ultimately industrialization is still an evergreen subject in our time. Against this background, Your Excellencies, permit me to extend our profound gratitude for your acceptance of our invitation and to welcome you, our dear stakeholders, to the feature launch of the Special Agro-Processing Industrial Zone, the SAPZ, being funded by the African Development Bank, and this event is becoming on the theme, A Green Future. The SAPZ project is an infrastructure to cover 200 hectares of land, situated within 631 hectares to be designated as the Buchanan Special Economic Zone, 3 miles for the Port of Buchanan in Grand Bassa County, and intended to raise Liberia's profile in high-value agro-processing and to bring the Liberian farmers closer to the global market upon its completion. Meanwhile, we have included as part of this launch event a domestic trade exhibition fair showcasing the untapped potentials of the Liberian farmers and the produce they intend to bring to the SPZ. With your indulgence, Your Excellency, let the activities today begin. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you, Ebenezer. And now we'd like to hear from Mr. Andrew Anderson, who will be speaking on behalf of Honorable Jeff Debo and National Investment Commission. Mr. Anderson?
His Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Koung, Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Jonathan Funatikopa, Honorable Pro Tem of the Senate, Honorable Yongi Lawrence, other members of the House of Legislature present, members of the Cabinet, other government officials present, members of the diplomatic corps, development partners present, the private sector, members of the Pope Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I bring you greetings from the National Investment Commission on behalf of its chairman, Honorable Jeff Debo, who couldn't be here today due to other pressing engagement, and I've been asked to deliver this remarks on his behalf. Please permit me. I'm pleased to speak to you on the Liberian investment climate. This project embodies our commitment to creating a robust business environment, fostering increased investment in agro-industrial sector, and unlocking opportunities for industrial level investment. At the MIC, we are dedicated to marketing Liberia as an ideal investment destination, facilitating investment opportunities, providing comprehensive investor services, and ensuring a conducive business environment. Our mission is to make your investment journey in Liberia pleasant and fruitful. The Special Economic Zone is a major economic initiative with the potential to impact the country's investment climate significantly. This strategic approach is poised to enhance Liberia's foreign direct investment, economic dynamism, and the creation of employment opportunities. Consequently, this initiative is expected to drive sustained economic growth and cultivate a skilled workforce, positioning Liberia competitively in the global market. Contemplating this initiative is our arrest agenda that includes agriculture, roads, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism, which enhances infrastructure development and human capital in Liberia, creating a solid foundation for economic growth. Each sector presents unique investment opportunities, and we encourage you to explore these prospects with us. Liberia is open to countless business opportunities, from our thriving tourism industry and abundant mineral deposit to fertile agricultural lands and growing infrastructure demands. Together, this initiative are set to drive Liberia's economic transformation and position it as a key player in the global market. Investment in eco-friendly ventures on Liberia's beautiful beaches, rainforests, and wildlife promote tourism and preserves cultural heritage. Agriculture offers lucrative opportunities for fertile soil and favorable climates, enhancing food security and sustainability. The mining sector reaching gold and diamonds, promising sustainable profits through responsible practices, fostering community development. Infrastructure projects, including energy, telecommunication, and housing, offer vast investment opportunities, driving Liberia developmental progress. NIC offer various incentives to support business endeavors, including tax incentives, duty exemptions, and streamlined regulatory processes. We guide investors through legal and administrative procedures to ensure your business thrive in Liberia. In specific priority sector, investment between 500,000 and 9.9 million US receive short-term incentive of up to 3 years, while large investment benefits from both long-term incentives of up to 15 years and negotiated concessions that protect investors through ratification. We facilitate the insurance of necessary licenses and permits, streamlining the licensing and permitting process for a seamless experience. Our strategies to encourage foreign direct investment are diverse. Our continuing infrastructure improvements promote industrial growth and development, including roads, ports, and energy facilities. Our economy relies on private sector. We are fostering a climate that supports new ideas and business startups. Initiatives like the Liberia Growth Accelerator and Youth Opportunities Project aim to develop a skilled labor force and support startup businesses, driving economic growth from within. Ladies and gentlemen, Liberia is more than an investment destination. It is a partner in your success. We invite you to join us on this exciting journey as we explore opportunities and innovate together. Let us create a future where our joint efforts bring prosperity for today and the generations to come. Thank you.
Mr. Honorable Prince Rare, the Executive Chairman of Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority, dynamic, amazing, he has worked tirelessly preparing for you all in the last few couple of weeks, right? And so it is such an honor for me to stand here and to be able to call such a person to this podium. When we say Liberia got a great dynamic leader as the head of Liberia's first special, you are the first. This is historical as well because he is the first head executive chairman of the Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority. So with honor, let's welcome him to the podium.
Thank you so much. Thank you. May I please stand in all that 16 protocols? Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, in July of 1974, the late President William R. Jr. submitted to the National Legislature a bill for the establishment of the Liberia Industrial Freezing Authority. Subsequently, in 1975, on these same grounds as we stand today, the Liberia Industrial Freezing Authority came into being. What a remarkable journey has been. 49 years to date. And we have come to usher in a transformation that bears right to enhance the livelihood of our people. I'm honored to stand before you in the marking of the official launch of the Special Agro-Processing Zone Project, SAPZ. As Executive Chairman of the Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority, This initiative is a testament to our collective commitment to transforming Liberia's agricultural landscape and driving sustainable economic growth and national development. While we gather at the free zone to launch this specific agro project, it is worth noting that the powers and functions vested in the Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority are essential to the successful establishment, regulation, and development of special economic zones across Liberia. Our mandate includes promulgating policies and necessary regulations for the effective implementation of the Special Economic Zones Act of 2017. We are tasked with designating geographically defined areas suitable for the development of SEZs in accordance with the land rights policy of Liberia and existing laws, as well as our strategic national interests. We prescribe different categories of SEZs, determine the types of services and businesses that can be relocated within them, and review, grant, and revoke licenses for their development, operation, and maintenance. Additionally, we are responsible for monitoring and regulating activities within these zones. These powers and functions are designed to facilitate a robust environment for SEZs, contributing significantly to our economic growth and national development goals. The government of Liberia recognizes the challenges investors and businesses face, such as infrastructure deficits, regulatory hurdles, and market access issues. SEZs will play an important role in mitigating these challenges by providing well-planned, efficiently regulated environments that attract investment, foster innovations, and create jobs. Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, our work at the Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority aligns with the President's arrest agenda, which prioritizes agriculture, road connectivity, the rule of law, education, sanitation, and technology. SEZ will enhance these pillars by creating hubs of economic activities that drive agricultural productivity, improve infrastructure, and boost our economy. I would like to extend my profound gratitude to the government of Liberia for its unwavering support since the establishment of the Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority. As the head of this authority, my team and I are committed to making meaningful contributions to the realization of the President's vision. We are poised to ensure responsible developers, operators, and lessees are laser focused on contributing to the overarching development of our country. On this note, Mr. Vice President, my Lieutenant Colonel, Honorary Speaker, and our partners, let us now celebrate this milestone of the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Project, soon to be designated as a zone. This transformative initiative holds immense potential for our beloved nation. This is not just a project, it is a vision for a prosperous and self-sufficient Liberia, where agriculture serves as the pillar of our economy and the cornerstone of our development. It heralds a new era for agro-processors, our farmers, and our economy as a whole. It symbolizes our commitment to transforming Liberia's agricultural sector, increasing value addition, and enhancing our competitive edge in global markets. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to our partners, the World Bank, USAID, UNDP, and our entire donor community who have supported this project so far. Specifically, I extend my appreciation to Sierra, Country Manager of the Agri Development Bank, and the Agri Development in particular, for its instrumental role in making this vision a reality. Your support of $19.4 million for the establishment of the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Project in Ghana has been invaluable, and we look forward to continued collaborations as we advance our shared goals. Again, I welcome all of you to the official launch of the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Project, which represents a beacon of hope for Liberia. It expresses our collective aspiration for a prosperous, self-reliant, and sustainable future for all of Liberia. I call upon all our stakeholders, government agencies, private sector partners, development organizations, and people of Liberia to join hands in making this vision a reality. Together, we can unlock the full potential of our agricultural sector and pave the way for a brighter future for all Liberians. Before I take my seat, I would also like to add that our presence here today is not solely for the launch of the SNPZ project. The former Liberia Industrial Freezing Authority, this land space also served as host for a memorial that has been dedicated to fallen men and women from the United Nations research in Liberia during the era of our civil conflict. There is a memorial on these grounds recognizing the loss of their lives. So may we all just recognize a moment of silence for their respect. Thank you all. All bless Liberia.
Thank you, Mr. Ram. You know, it takes dynamic people to make dynamic things happen. And as the Special Economic Zones Authority is the first in Liberia, it's going to require some very strong people to make this zone the major success that we are all anticipating and hoping for. So we will now like to watch a video called ELSA in action. Usher? And introducing the video is Ms. Joyce Kingdon.
Good morning, everyone. Kindly permit me to stand on all existing protocols. Today we are gathered to celebrate. Today we are gathered to celebrate a monumental step in Liberia's economic journey. As we reflect on our past and look forward to a brighter future, it is essential to remember the visionaries who paved the way for Liberia's progress. One of such visionaries was President William R. Tolbert Jr., who during his tenure launched the concept of free trade in Liberia. His foresight led to the establishment of free zones and industrial parks, which spurred economic activities and catalyzed Liberian economic growth during this period. The free zone in particular became a hub for economic activity, attracting investment, creating jobs, and boosting trade. It was a beacon of progress and prosperity, showcasing Liberia's potential on the global stage. Fast forward to the present, the Liberia Economic Zones Authority was created to continue this legacy and propel Liberia towards a greater economic height. The act that established the LSECA also marked the appointment of its first executive chairman. Since its appointment in April 2024, under his dynamic leadership, the LSECA has embarked on several transformative activities. One of the first significant steps was hosting a branding symposium aimed at positioning the LSECA as a leading force in economic development. This was followed by a farmers' engagement survey involving 40 farmers from across Liberia. This survey was crucial in understanding the needs and aspirations of our agricultural community. A remarkable achievement has been the renovation and facelift of the Moruga Free Zone, which had been in a state of neglect since the departure of the United Nations mission in Liberia. This renovation is not just about physical transformation. It symbolizes the revival of Liberia's economic promise. In June, a significant event brought together key players from the public and private sectors, as well as our donor community and international partners. This gathering was instrumental in discussing the LFECA's mandate, forming collaborations, and developing partnerships essential for the successful implementation of economic zones in Liberia. Today, we are proud to launch the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone project and host our first agro-trade exhibition under the theme Agri-Progress 2024. The significance of doing this at the Free Zone cannot be overstated. This location holds historic importance and has the economic potential to be designated as an economic zone, driving industrialization and manufacturing. Now I invite you to turn your attention to the presentation screen, where we will showcase the before and after images of the Free Zone. This transformation is a testament to our commitment to progress and development. Thank you.
So as you can see, looking at these video slides, now we're looking at a beautiful building that's there, but this is what it looked like before. And we see the complete area that is cleared up. This is the before. The wall that is, the stage, our stage guest, if you see, it's now a beautiful wall. And where we are sitting is actually a brand new structure that was built just for this event. Actually, the foundation was here, I'm sorry, and a lot of renovation. So what this all signifies is the rebirth of a dream that started in 1975. And we are all sitting where the dream began. This is a very historical moment because when President Tolbert decided in 1975 to launch the Liberia Economic Zone in Liberia, this is the site that he looked at. Now these are the after renovations. And this is the administrative building. And thank you so much. So as you can see, within the shortest period of time, ELSA is in action. ELSA is working. And we are just at the very beginning, and we can only imagine what is ahead. We will now like to go to Mr. Andrew Anderson, who is the project director of the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone, and he will now bring us a presentation about what we are calling the SAPZ, which is the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone. Mr. Anderson? Can we have the presentation, please?
His Excellency, Vice President, and other distinguished guests of the high table, please permit me to do a short presentation on the project, the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone project. Basically, the project is a 5-year project and with specific objectives and different components that has different activities, and we've started implementation already. So please permit me as I briefly go through the presentation and guide you through all of the different activities and the different outcomes we hope to achieve from this project. Next slide, please. So basically, this is the launch of Liberia Agro-Industrial Revolution. And next, please. So the project came as a result of the establishment of an act in 2017 that repealed and replaced the Liberia Free Zone Act, now being called the Liberia Special Economic Zone, that was passed in 2017. The Buchanan basically site, Buchanan basically is the first special economic zone facility that we are trying to create. First of this kind ever in Liberia. It's a total of 631 hectares of land space that is 3 miles away from the port of Buchanan and home to the Buchanan Special Economic Zone. Within that zone, we are developing an agro park that contains around 200 hectares of land space. No, sorry, please go back. So basically the land in question has been surveyed and data. As you can see, the project is around 19.4 million, including the government of Liberia in-kind contribution, and funded by the African Development Bank. And a feasibility study and the master plan has already been in place now. In most zones, developer basically look at feasibility studies and master plan to guide them in developing zone. So with the support of the African Development Bank, we've been able to develop a full-fledged master plan and a feasibility study that basically guides the development of these 200 hectares. Next slide, please. As indicated, the project is situated within Buchanan. So if you see the map of Liberia, you have the SAPZ park, which is in Buchanan. And then the 3 round circles shows you the different ATC. What we mean by ATCs? ATCs are agricultural transformation centers. These centers are to serve as agri-hub for aggregation and semi-processing, wherein produce from different locations can be brought into these different agri-facility, and then later on transport to the agri-hub in Buchanan for final processing and export. Next slide, please. So this map basically shows you the entire 631 hectares of land space, as you can see. And then within there, the gray lines basically shows the agri park that is to be established. And then you see at the east bound of the park, we have a 5-kilometer road that is to be built to connect into the park. Next slide, please. So the project objective basically is to contribute to inclusive and sustainable agro-industrial development in Liberia, and in the process, reduce staple food inputs and create jobs and reduce poverty. Of course, we have 3 different components. The first and second component of the project is focused on the actual activities, and the last, which is project management coordination. That's basically the setting up of the PIU, which we now have a functional PIU that is rolling out this project. So under component 1, that talks about capacity, institutional capacity, support development of primary resilient infrastructure, as well as talking about agricultural value addition. We are basically doing the hard infrastructure of the project. So under that component, we are building a 5-kilometer road. We're doing a 6.5-kilometer transmission line to provide power into the park, tapping into the CLSG substation within the camp. And we are also fencing the entire 200 hectares. Now the idea here is once we are able to put in those basic infrastructure, we intend to go to market to find an appropriate developer that basically develop within the gates of the zone. So the bank support, the African Development Bank funding has been provided. We're doing all of the infrastructure development outside of the gates, meaning all of the required infrastructure that is needed is being currently done. And then once we go to market, we can have the developer coming in to develop within the gates. And of course, component 2 is focused on the farmers, the processors. We're of course providing capacity building for farming communities and farming groups. We're doing value chain analysis and training, as well as mapping up the different farming groups to kind of situate them to provide the needed inputs for the agri-park. Next slide, please. As indicated, basically the project outcome, as I was saying earlier, so we're building the roads, the power lines, the fencing we're doing. And then we are also in the process of constructing 3 agricultural transformation centers and aggregation centers to support the agri-park. Plus, there are other project outcomes which I will explain in the next slide. Next slide, please. Establishment of ELSA. The project also is supporting ELSA in its establishment. So under component 2, we are providing some of the institutional arrangement that is required by ELSA mandate, which include developing a licensing regime for ELSA. We are also, with the support from the World Bank through the LIFT project, we are also developing the implementing regulation for ELSA. We are developing standard operating procedures, as well as developing term of reference for its staff and setting up a whole cadastral system for the authority. Basically, all of these different technical assistance is to assist ELSA in its smooth operation. The intent of ELSA being operational is to ensure that we create an automated system through a single window platform where all of the different services that are required or needed for developers, operators, and SEC users can be housed in one place. And building that through a platform where it makes it very seamless in terms of their engagement with the government, in terms of access to the different services, permits, certification that is required for a developer to operate. So the project is supporting that, as well as, of course, ensuring that we have the necessary regulation in place, especially around tax regime. Because in order for ELSA to become fully functional and to attract the required developers, we need to ensure that we build a very strong tax regime for ELSA. The law mandates that the tax regime for SECs basically are different from our regular tax law. So as part of the process, we're developing the implementing regulation, which of course will have a tax regime embedded into that, so that developers and operators can have the opportunity to know the kind of tax incentive necessary to benefit once they make the investment. Next slide, please. We'll talk about the outcomes. Next slide, please. Okay. Yes. So power and energy link, of course, those are some of the hard infrastructure that are going into developing the zone in Buchanan. Next slide, please. ELSA and zone marketing and branding. Of course, as part of our program strategy to create marketing and branding for ELSA, we have a communication consultant that we hired. We're also in the process of recruiting a transactional advisor, because once we develop the zone in Buchanan, the idea is to go to market. And in order to go to market, we need the kind of right skills. So we're in the process of hiring a transactional advisor that will help us develop the leader term of reference to actually put that zone on the market. The timeline for that is we're looking at next year to have a developer that basically then comes in to finalize the development of the zone in Buchanan. Next slide. Investment promotion event. Of course, these are all different activities under the project that we intend to carry out. Today, of course, as part of the launch exercise, there is an exhibition that is displayed. So it's part of our efforts to promote the zone in Buchanan. Next slide, please. I did talk about the Agricultural Transformation Center. Next slide, please. Value chain capacity building. Of course, our farmers over the years have had issues. We know that in Liberia, most of the farming engagements are done traditionally. So as part of the project support, we are doing value chain capacity building to train farmers, both on the soft end as well as helping them in terms of how they fit into the value chain process. So currently, as I speak, there's a value chain training that is ongoing. We've hired a consultant, and there's a mapping exercise. This project, Your Excellency, is targeting around 136,000 farmer household. We intend, within the 5 years and going forward, we intend to create around 156,000 jobs, both direct and indirect jobs for Liberians. Next slide, please. Technical skill development, I did mention that. Next slide, please. Technical assistance to ELSA. As I said, the project is providing the implementing regulation. We are also developing a licensing regime, and there are other technical assistance that we are providing under the project to ELSA. Next slide, please. So, ELSA is vital to self-sufficient and prosperous future for Liberia. So the benefits of this project includes reduced dependency on food input and goods export, create 156,000 new jobs for Liberians, modernize traditional agriculture, build up the agricultural value chain, increase the country income and minimize import, and reduce urban and rural poverty. So these basically are the outcomes we hope to achieve in this project. Next slide, please. We would like to give credit to USAID. USAID basically provided the funding for the first feasibility study that was done in Buchanan, taking into consideration the density in Buchanan as well as the poor Buchanan, followed by a feasibility study that was done by Mahindra, funded by the African Development Bank, that basically led us to now launching this project. Next slide, please. Impact of jobs. On jobs. So basically, we're looking at 50% jobs are directed to women and youth. The project also have a gender mainstreaming approach. So a lot of the activities, we have mainstream gender activities into our different sub-activities. So we are hoping that we can attract or create jobs for women as well as young people. The project basically also talk about 4,000 youth and women to benefit from agro-industrial, and entrepreneurial skill development interventions. Some of what we're doing under the project is we're supporting the Buchanan University, Honorable Koung and Senator. We're supporting the Buchanan University in that we are trying to. He's from Buchanan. So the support to the university includes we're in the process of acquiring 2 agro equipments, a rice mill and an oil palm expeller for the Buchanan University. And we are also we've also hired a consultant to again review the agricultural curriculum of the Buchanan University to include agro-industrialization. The intent is we want to ensure that we build our workforce through the university to create a linkage between skilled workers coming out of the university into the park to operate those equipment. And that's part of the reason why we're providing the agro-equipment, and then also doing a whole revision of the agricultural curriculum of the Buchanan University. So that process is ongoing as I speak. And we hope to have that replicated. We are also working with the Ministry of Youth and Sport to support the Tibet, institution. We do know that there is a national Tibet curriculum that is to be developed. If it is not developed, and there is to be developed, and we're also supporting that as an intervention under this project. Next slide, please. So we talk about the core infrastructure, which is the roads, the power line, and the construction of a perimeter fencing around the agri facility in Buchanan. Next slide, please. So in terms of the kind of zones, so we have the agri zone, which is 200 hectares. Within the agri zone, we have what we call specialized processing zones. So we intend to create 6 different specialized zones within the 200 space given to us for the agri hub. So we talk about fruits, vegetables, and tubers, cereals, seed, livestock, fish, cocoa and coffee, plantation crop to include rubber, oil palm, dairy, honey, and agroforestry. And these different zones, the intent is we believe that once these zones, these specialized zones are set up within the agri hub, we can then work with our different farmers, our agri-processors, our aggregators, and create the necessary linkage to allow them to grow their business at the same time benefiting from international experiences through developers and operators that will come to set up these different specialized zones. Next slide, please. So this basically is a schematics of the zone that we intend to create in Buchanan. Honorable Koung, I'm pleased to show you a prototype of what we're trying to do in Buchanan. Of course, as you see, the road. So we're doing an all-weather road, 5 kilometers. We're fencing, of course, the facility and putting power line. And then the rest of what you see within the zone, the idea is now to bring in a developer to develop all of those different facilities. So it's a big project. Without your support, we won't be able to get to where we want to. So we are counting on your support. This project, of course, the first beneficiaries are the residents of Buchanan, and of course, with the kind of impact it creates, is going to also reach out to other counties. Next slide, please. So this is another photo that shows the ATC, the agricultural So within the agri-transformation centers, there is a lot that's going to go on in there. We have demo farms, we have R&D facilities, we have training centers to train the farmers, we have areas for agri-supplies for farmers, rural markets. So this also is being, as you see, will be built in 3 counties. That's Nimba, that's Koung, and that's Koung. So within Nimba, we are targeting Saklepi. So we are in the process of acquiring a total of 11 hectares of land space to actually build this in Saklepi. Same in Koung, in the Batala area. And then in Koung, our target is Mandina. We want to take advantage of Rabasport City. We know that Rabasport
is where a lot of fishing activities. Can you all hear me? So Rabasport is where a lot of fishing activities take place. My presentation is almost done. So this is what we are actually doing under the project, and currently with the support and funding from the African Development Bank, we have a total of $19.4 million that have been provided to fund these activities. The entire investment to go into this is around $200 million. So the initial funding, we want to say a big thank you to the African Development Bank for the support.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. As you do realize, this facility has been dormant for many years. So for us to even be sitting here today and doing this is share of a miracle. So we are just, bear with us please for a few minutes as we try to get back on track. Okay, technology, but we continue moving. Can you all hear me? Yes. All right. Well, I hope the country director for the African Development Bank can speak as loudly as I can. And the African Development Bank, as Mr. Anderson said, has been the driving force behind the launch and behind the formulation of all of the work that you see happening now with the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone. We cannot overstate how thankful and how grateful we are to the African Development Bank for what they are doing to drive Liberia's agro-industrialization forward. And Mr. Benedict Koung, without any further ado, before you come up, I think we should give him a round of applause, because they have us here this afternoon, and we are really thankful. And we are looking forward to more and more and more. And we know that together the partnership with Liberia is going to be phenomenal. So without further ado, we welcome you to the podium, and we hope that you can shout, and we know that you can.
Good morning. Should I do it louder? Am I loud enough? Good morning. Permit me to stand on existing protocol as I deliver my brief remarks. Greetings from Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, the President of the African Development Bank Group. Like the chair of the economic zones said, Chairman Prince Red, this venue is full of history. Therefore, before we move forward, let me also take you backward a little bit. I promise I'll be brief. Liberia and the African Development Bank have come a very long way. And I'd like to just emphasize that a little bit before we go into the business of the day. The year 1964 witnessed the birth of the African Development Bank with 26 member states, including Liberia. Liberia did not only play a leading role in the creation of the African Development Bank, but was also one of its founding members. Today, the bank is owned by not 26, but instead 54 African countries and 26 non-African countries, totaling 80 member countries. So bravo to Liberia for being very instrumental in the conceptualization of the African Development Bank and its creation. Give yourself a big. Let me move forward to a synopsis of what the bank does today in Liberia. I'll be brief. Our active portfolio comprises 18 projects, 12 of which are national and 6 of which go beyond the boundaries of Liberia. Total commitments in the portfolio amounts to almost $400 million. I repeat, $400 million. That's the active portfolio of the bank in Liberia. Now, the bulk of the resources, 56%, are committed to the transport sector, followed by the energy sector, 28%, the agriculture sector, of course, part of what we are doing today, the finance sector, 4%, and the multi-sector. Now, let me move to the Liberia Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone project, which warrants our presence here today. At the request of the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, in September 2018, the African Development Bank approved the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone project in October 2021 in an amount of $13.30 million. Again, this is what the bank approved. It does not include the government's contribution, which was already mentioned by previous speakers. An additional financing was approved for the same project in December 2022 in a total amount of $2.93 million. Now, the project coordinator has spent a lot of his precious time speaking of the project coverage areas, the project objectives, the project outcomes, beneficiaries, target population, and the achievements that the project is expected to realize. Therefore, I will skip those aspects of my presentation, my statements, and go straight to the following. The African Development Bank hereby uses today's occasion to congratulate the government of Liberia and the new CEO, Green Thread, of the Liberian Special Economic Zone Authority, as well as the successful establishment of the authority. Please let's give that a big hand. The African Development Bank looks forward to continue working together to achieve, together with government, to achieve the goals and objectives of the government's arrest agenda with the operationalization of the special economic zone in the Grand Bastards. Now, as an agricultural economist by training, permit me to slightly move off script and say a few words that are pertinent to the Special Agro-Industrial Zones project. Gone are the days when we consider agriculture one attractive. Gone are the days when we consider agriculture as a development activity of subsistence. subsistence activity. Agriculture is not agriculture, it is agribusiness. It should be called agribusiness because it is intended to generate wealth, provide jobs, and sustain the environment. So we need a paradigm shift. We need a paradigm shift from agriculture as a subsistence activity or development activity to agribusiness. Let us not call it agriculture anymore. It's wrong. It is agribusiness because it generates wealth, sustains the environment, and creates jobs. Let me close by saying what I said a few minutes ago in the holding room to Excellency Vice President. It is an appeal to the government to facilitate or expedite the creation of the board of directors of the authority, comprising competent, well-selected Nigerians to superintend the activities. And with that, I thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Mr. Benedict Koung. And before we go any further, we want to give you a more of an in-depth view of the project. So we do have a video that we will now show. Usher?
Boasting 45% of West Africa's last remaining virgin rainforest, against 360 miles of pristine unbroken Atlantic coastline, lies Africa's oldest living nation, poised for an agro-industrial nation. 631 hectares of grain field, a historic and coastal Buchanan Grand Pass County, is home to Liberia's first special economic zone. Within the Buchanan SCC is a 200-hectare master plan, special agro-industrial processing zone. The SCC Phase 1 development of the Buchanan SCC. The Liberia SCCs will drive investments and partners to form great jobs and transform all segments of Liberian society. The SCC is an ecosystem of 6 industrial processing zones, fruits, vegetables, and tubers, cereals, pulses, and oilseeds, livestock and fish, cocoa and coffee, plantation crops, and dairy, honey, and other agroforestry. Fostering innovation and world-class processing. Other zones within the SMEs are a center of excellence, specialized infrastructure and amenities, utility zone, agri-logistics zone, and dairy farms. 3 agricultural transformation centers, or ATCs, in Nemba, Bong, and Ranking counties form the link from farms to the SAPC. Farm produce will be collected and stored at the ATCs, then transported to the SAPC for production into processed goods, then distributed across Liberia and exported onto international markets. Farmers will come together at 6 aggregation centers to sell their products. The SAPC offers exciting opportunities and possibilities for developers, investors, and entrepreneurs. Ample green fields and wide open spaces, beautiful beaches and riverfronts make Buchanan the prime destination for innovation and expansion, business and leisure. High-valued, organically grown crops in Liberia's rich soil, backed by high rainfall in West Africa's last remaining virgin rainforest, means factories for manufacturing the highest quality products. Boasting the world's largest maritime ship registry, the SAPC is 23 miles from Liberia's second deepest seaport, the Buchanan Port, 33 miles from Roberts International Airport, and 70 miles from Liberia's capital city, Monrovia, and Freeport, placing the SAPC at the heart of Liberia's business and industry. Easy access to major international markets is why steel giants as ArcelorMittal Liberia calls Koung, plus access to across 350 million consumers, and a trade regime backed by the region's tax breaks and duty-free across all 15 countries. Liberia's young, vibrant population, hard-working farmers are reasons why Liberia is the prime agro-processing destination. A developer will engineer Liberia's new emerging agro-industrialization. Operators stand to benefit from an unsaturated marketplace. The SAPC is a game changer for farmers, market women, the youth, and Liberian business owners and entrepreneurs. The SAPC project is a smart, sustainable industrial park designed to take agriculture to unprecedented levels. Smart ICT solutions guide mixed uses, open spaces, urban planning, utilities, and more. Renewable energy powered by wind, biomass, non-fossil fuels, solar, and biogas. Planned spaces include residential, healthcare, and recreational spaces. Environmental infrastructure for rainwater harvesting, sewage treatment, composting, and recycling. Industrial infrastructure features research and development, innovation, training, laboratories, and testing. Physical infrastructure as roads and pavements, pedestrian-friendly walkways, water storage facilities, public open spaces, and treatment plants. The government of Liberia is committed to establishing a strong SAC regime for economic development to expand and diversify the country's export market. A dual currency, Liberia is positioned to lead in manufacturing and agro-processing. The Liberia SAPC adding value to Liberian produce.
Before we move into the next portion of our program, where we have now the roles of development partners, I would like to call back Mr. Ray to the stage to make a quick presentation.
Pardon my forgetfulness. Mr. Vice President, as part of our forward march, not only you see entities or organizations trapped up a 5-year strategic plan. On our side, we want to take this one step at a time. So what we've done is to be able to establish or draw an establishment plan for our first year. We would like to present this to you, Mr. Vice President, of all information to His Excellency, President Justin.
Thank you, Mr. Ray. Now we'll move on to the roles of development partners. Without our development partners, the project that we are here today will not be doable. So without further ado, I'd like to begin with the Mission Director for the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. All right. I'll move on now to the country manager for the World Bank Liberia office. This is Georgia Wallen. Okay. And we do have also Mr. Samila Subaru, President and CEO of African Finance Corporation. Is he here? All right, so the organizations that I just spoke of, do we have anyone representing those organizations here? So that would be the USAID, World Bank, African Finance Corporation. If not, I'd like to go ahead and also call on Mrs. Nusat Anwar, representative for Liberia and Sierra Leone with the IFC. Okay, so we have a few people listening. We continue to move. We will now go into the role of the private sector. As we can see, as the African Development Bank just said, without it's agribusiness that we're now talking about. And that means the private sector becomes critical in everything that we do. And we would like, is Mr. E.C.B. Jones here right now in the House? Okay, so I would like to call on Honorable Josephine George Francis, CEO of RJ's Farm, and also President of the Farm Liberia Agro-Processors. And I hope you got a chance to taste her coffee this morning. If you didn't, make sure you do before you leave. Honorable President.
His Excellency Vice President Jeremiah Koung, the Speaker of the House, the President Pro Tem, officials of government, Office of the Special Agro-Processing Zone, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to stand before you today as we mark a significant milestone in the economic history of post-war Liberia with the inauguration of our Special Agro-Processing Zone, SAPZ. As a cocoa and coffee farmer and a representative of the private sector, I am particularly excited about the immense potential this initiative for our nation and for business. The establishment of the Industrial Feed Zone Authority in 1975 under the visionary leadership of President William Agro was a forward-thinking move aimed at fostering both domestic and foreign investment. Today we build that legacy, reopening and revitalizing our agro-processing zone to meet the demands of modern global economy. Strategically located near 4 major seaports, international airports, and border areas, our SAPZ offer comparable geographic advantages for trade. By reopening this zone, the government of Liberia is poised to stimulate increased trade, attract substantial investment, create jobs, and ensure effective administrative processes. Our objective is to develop a world-class business environment that will predict and productive profit. As someone deeply involved in agriculture, I see firsthand how the SAPZ can inform our sector. Agro-processing is of paramount importance to Liberia's economic future. By adding value to our agricultural products, such as cocoa and coffee, we can significantly increase our export potential. Transformation will create more jobs, stimulate rural development, and lead greater food security. For agro businesses like mine, the SAPZ offer the infrastructure and support needed skills, operations, access new markets, and improve product quality. This is not only to boost business growth, but also enhance livelihood of farmers who work tirelessly to produce their valuable crops. When farmers can sell their products at higher prices and have access to better processing facilities, and income increase and the quality of life improve. An essential component of this initiative is the inclusion of empowerment of women. Women economic empowerment includes the ability to participate equally in the markets. It's critical for sustainable development. The SAPZ provides a vital avenue for women to enter formal economy, promoting gender equality. In 2022, nearly 11,000 jobs generated in similar zones were held by women, a testament to the role of SEC advancing gender equality. Liberia's standard opportunity within the African continent free zone area after, with 54 of our 35 African member states having signed the agreement and 44 having ratified, The benefits of joining AFTA are manifold: improved infrastructure, connectivity, harmonized trade rules and standards, enhanced competitiveness, job creation, significant poverty reduction. My appeal to the government of Liberia is clear: rectify AFTA and open our economy to a market of 1.3 billion people. One sector of development under SAPZ and AFTA framework is our coffee industry, which is presently being revamped, and support from the European Union and International Trade Center in 5 counties. With our rich agricultural heritage, Liberia can become a key player in the global coffee market, creating jobs and boosting our economy. Beyond the SAPZ, additional initiatives can further propel Liberia's economic growth. Investing in education and vocational training will equip our youth with the skills needed in a modern economy. Strengthening infrastructure such as our roads, ports, and digital networks will enhance the rate efficiency. Promoting innovation and entrepreneurship, particularly among our young people, will drive job creation and economic diversification. Moreover, it is imperative that we, as Liberians, support our local industry by patronizing made in Liberia products. This not only fosters national pride, but also stimulates the local economy, creating more jobs for our young people. In closing, let us heed the wise words of our President, His Excellency Joseph William Barker. Think Liberia, love Liberia, build Liberia. Thank you.
Brilliant speech. Thank you so much, Michael Francis. I'd like to step back for a moment and call Mr. James Johns. He's the Operations Manager for the proposed Special Economic Zone. He is speaking on behalf of Mr. E.C.B. Jones. Mr. Jones?
Thank you so much. The Honorable Vice President, the Honorable Speaker, the Honorable President, and all others government officials present. I will ask the please put the slide on. Today, I present to you the Good Development Project. The Good Development Project is a multi-purpose, multi-land use development project conceived in 2007 and is a public-private partnership called PPP venture and endorsed as a special presidential initiative, SPR, to help solve several post-conflict urban development problems experienced by the capital city of Monrovia. By the end of the civil crisis, Monrovia has become so bad that people started to look for land out of the city. Existing supply of suitable land for such development are far from being adequate. So we had to go out there and identify area of land that can be used for development purpose. The only feasible solution to this urban problem is the creation of a new urban area. As you can see, the Good Development Project is supposed to sit right in Magini with link to Monrovia, link to fire zone linked to RIA, where business hubs can now come in and establish their businesses. The project will, okay, as you can see, these are the phases of the project. We have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, up to phase 10. For each phase, there's a specific economic zone attached to that phase. However, our concern is on phase 1, which includes light industrial zone with state-owned enterprises. The airport, there will be an airport within phase 1. Residential area and mixed-use area, business area, or mall and entertainment area, health centers and major health facilities, primary and secondary schools, universities, some agricultural areas, as well as many green spaces. That is phase 1. Phase 1 is our concern now, because phase 1 has to do with a special economic zone called the Industrial Park. Within the new project, the Industrial Park will host light industries for the production of other materials, maybe shoes, uniforms, because sometime, a couple of years ago, we sent 8 government officials to China, and at that convention, they were able to identify 12 companies that are willing to come to Liberia to open industries. But their concern was for the SEC. Now that the SEC has been passed, enacted, and is operating, I believe shortly they will start to arrive. But they have been there 2 or 3 times to identify areas to go. As you can see, the two city, which is like, see the, okay. As you can see, this is the area currently. This is the area we plan to transform. It is between the Federal Belt, Highway, and the shopping highway. In between there is where you have this land that you have been acquiring. To date, the total project area is 40,000 acres, but we have acquired already 12,000 acres of land ready for use. Next slide. Continue. Next slide. This is the new project, phase 1. The industrial park, as you can see, the airport. This is the road from shopping going into the project area, which will be another industrial area. From shopping, passing through Watson, and going into the project area. So this is the 2 project, phase 1 and 2. Phase 1 is for light industry, which we are talking about today, where you can find a space to open a company and do your business with ease. And phase 2 is when you have the residential area, we'll have the square. This is the city square, where we can now have our own flag day or 26-day march, where people can go out and march. The president will be there, easily situated to see such. The 2 project is also very development throughout the year. However, phase 1 and phase 2 is our concern today, where we will have the industrial park, which will be hosting light industry. This is mixed use area within the development project. We will have banks and office facilities. This is just phase 1 and phase 2. I will thank you all for this presentation.
Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful project. All right. Thank you, Usher. Okay. We asking speakers to please do limit to your 3 minutes and not go beyond that. And I'd like to go ahead. Okay, so I'd like to go ahead and now begin with hearing from the government. You know, the solidarity of the government is critical with all that we're doing. So we would like to begin by calling now on our senator from Grand Bassa County, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, President Pro Tem of the Liberian Senate. And I'm sure she is a strong advocate of this program, correct?
Thank you. The Vice President, Mr. Speaker, and members of the legislature, the executive, French President, our international partners, guests, the SSE family, State, ladies and gentlemen. My initial conversation with the chairman, Greg, when he was appointed, was to talk about how he would assess this ground, because this place was a place that was not easily accessible. You will only see forest here. For what I see here today, I want to say thank you so much to the team for the job well done. I also want to say thank you to the legislature for the appropriation made in the national budget to have been able to access some funding for this project. We can see clearly there that the role of the Special Economic Zone is to think trade, attract investment, and provide job opportunities. Those are huge and very serious gaps within our country. And what we see here today tells us that they are ready to take on that challenge. We are grateful to the Agro-Industrial Development Bank for their support. The country is grateful, and Grand Bassa is very, very grateful. We also are very grateful for the plans to include the community college. The community college also has a very aggressive agricultural program, and we're happy that they will be a part of this process. It's also known that our farmers, it's often said that farmers in Liberia, also in Grand Bassa, are lazy. And we say no, our farmers are not lazy, but they don't have the opportunity to move their produce, to process, and to have opportunity to trade. This will bring hope, and as we leave here, we're going to do everything to encourage and motivate those of our people who will benefit from such an initiative. We're here to pledge our fullest support and cooperation to this process and to our Special Economic Zone. Like we've done in the past, we'll continue to support you because this is the part of the government's agenda and it's in the interest of our country. And we look forward to ensuring that all of these initiatives, including the two waiver setting, is successful. We are excited about the general mainstreaming aspect, and that makes it more attractive to us. And we will ensure that our women are fully involved and our youth can benefit. Thank you so much for this initiative.
Okay, because in the interest of time, we will move a little bit ahead on the program. So we want to make some apologies in advance to a couple of speakers because we are trying to move the program forward. And at this time, I would like to call on Honorable Jonathan F. Kofa, Speaker of the House of Representatives, National Legislature.
Mr. Vice President, Pro Tem and of the Legislature, members of the Cabinet, our development partners, members of the Diplomatic Corps, ladies and gentlemen. If they had told me we were coming here for Grand Ambassadors now, I would have left me. I'm very impressed with what happened with Grand Ambassadors here in, I think, phase 1. Hopefully they decided to be in phase 4. So because of that, I'm here today. Actually, the point I want to make in a few minutes is that this is a product of a shared vision of our country. If this thing was birthed in 1975, and in 2024, we are still pushing. It tells you what we can do if we have a shared vision and we work towards it concurrently. This is very beautiful, what is happening here today. And it cannot be lost on us that no one generation will develop this country, but each generation must play its part in making sure we do it. And that's why I could not miss that come here today, because of the history and the vision that is involved. I congratulate the chairman, I congratulate the executive and their team, and we say to our business partners, it is open, it is here. Help us to bring this vision to fruition, so that in your interest, in the interest of Liberia, we can develop this country and move to the next level. Thank you very much.
Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Senator Naomi Kanga Lawrence, President Pro Tempore of the Senate, and members of the 55th National Legislature, the Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs, other ministers and officials of government present, ambassadors and special representatives of foreign governments, Mr. Prince Ray, Executive Chairman, Liberia Special Economic Zone Authority, our development partners, special invitees, our farmers, investors, and producers of Liberian products, the fourth estate, fellow Liberians, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. As we launched the special agro-industrial processing zone here today, I have the distinct honor to now invite the Honorable Jeremiah Koung, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, for a special statement. And thereafter, the Vice President will deposit a wreath on the memorial of those that lost their lives, almost soldiers that lost their lives here in Liberia. Distinguished guest, the Vice President.
Am I audible? Thank you. So I will stand on the existing protocol that we recognize everybody already. I'm here today to represent the Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Nigeria. The President would have loved being here, but because of some pressing national engagement at the 11th hour, he chose to send me here. And being the Vice President according to our Constitution, we are here to assist the President. So you have to be ready at all time. Once the President calls overflow, you have to be ready.
so when I called last night, the president and the vice president, as we are being at a program tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., I wouldn't be there because there are some other issues, so you have to be there. And my response was, yes, sir. And that's why I'm here. Thank you. I want to acknowledge the African Development Bank. I'd like to say thank you for your support in the different areas of our country. And we want you to keep it up. I'd like to say thank you to you. And thanks for the special economic zone. It has helped $13+ million. I think you contributed over 70%. We have contributed 30%. I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to say thanks to the Chief Prince for the work. And I think we are getting there. I want to say keep it up. And like I always say to people, Liberians are watching all of us. You have a tax, do your best. The Liberian people are grateful. They will always reward you. If you can do smaller one better, they will reward you. So keep your head up. This project aligns with the President's vision when it comes to agriculture and industrialization. As you are aware, the President there launched the agricultural plan of the country, and we can see that this fully aligns with the President's vision. I came with a prepared text, but I wouldn't go to my text. I'll be more practical to the same way I'm talking about agriculture and industrialization. I would like to say thank you for looking at Grand Bassa County. Grand Bassa is strategic. We have a rail running from Nema through Bong to Bassa, where the port is. Lofa is just up there, and you can come to Banga, you can make use of the track, the rail. Might give you just next door. You can equally make use of the rail. And so Bassa is a perfect location. I want to say thank you. I went to Sierra Leone on a working visit, and they took me on a tour to see a palm oil processing plant. And so the Vice President of Sierra Leone took me on the tour. And then I asked him, they are using 3,000 metric tons a day, palm oil. And so it's 90,000 metric tons a month. And they are getting 80% of that palm oil from Liberia. So they saw the market, they saw the product here, and they built a factory for it in Freetown. So they are making agro-oil, soap. Most of the soap used in the market, the washing soap, the baby soap, the agro-oil, vegetable oil, it all comes from Sierra Leone. And so when I came, I told the president, if somebody next door can see what we got, and the palm oil they are taking from Liberia, though is 80% they are taking from Liberia for their processing plant. But in total, what they're taking from Liberia is not even 30% of what we got. So it means we can build a bigger plant here that can supply the market. We got GDL shipping the oil to Malaysia and other places to process it, and we go loading the container and bring it back. We got MOPP, we got St. Darby, we got the Palm Bay in Grand Bassa. And so these are low-hanging fruit we can take, can make use of. And I was talking to the president, maybe as a government we need to invest in this one. Because sometimes through the African Development Bank, the RFC, all the studies, it takes 3, 4, 5 years. Before you get there, you're already gone. So Mr. Speaker, Madam Pro Tem, maybe in the budget we can put 25, 30 million aside and put the and ask Liberia to do proposal to the bank and let the bank vet it and see who meet that standard, who can win it. And we can open a oil processing plant in Buchanan. That's the best location. On Brown County Road from Cape Town to Buchanan is a paved road. From the southeast, where you got MOPP and GBL, will come by the water. So we come right in the Buchanan port. And we can start to make margarine butter, agro-oil, and there are too many things that come from grape oil. We can ship it in African markets. The Guinean market is a big market. Cote d'Ivoire is another big market. Liberia, Sierra Leone, just the 3-4 countries around. I'm talking about Ghana and going to Togo, so we can do a lot. So we need to look at the government. Because most Liberians, some of the problems we got in this country, being somebody who came from down there, taxi driver, yard seller near the road, selling fish in your hand in the street. There's no Liberian business that I'm not being involved with in my life. None of them. When I was selling coal, there's nothing I'm not being part of. So I understand something down there. And most of our weakness is because we don't work together as a people. I'll give you an example. Assuming you are to hold the World Cup here, and you need hotels, and the World Cup will be here for maybe 2-3 months, or 1 month, and maybe a room will cost $500 to $1,000 because of the kind of guests that come in. If you invest $5 million in a hotel, you can make that $5 million maybe in the 1-2-3 months. Maybe I got $1 million, the speaker got $1 million, the hotel got $1 million, the long got $1 million, I got $1 million. I got $5 million. None of us individually can build a hotel, but all of us can come together to build a hotel. So some of our foreign friends who understand how to work together, they put that $1 million together to build a hotel, and in 2 months they make the money, the hotel becomes a profit, they all get our money and go buy it. We're sitting here. We have one together. And we do that with progress. When they were showing the city, I saw the city, I said, what do they want? But we get started. The Southeast is not captured here. I've been talking to the agriculture minister, the minister of commerce. I was saying to you today, saying you are involved with industrialization and talking to people all the time, and I see representation is here. There's a huge potential in the Southeast as we speak, and we must take advantage of it. GBL palm kernel processing machine, and then MOPP is trying to do one in Maryland already. So right now, as we speak, over a period of time, they've been processing the corn and just packing the kernel. Right now, they brought a machine, they are cracking the kernel to get the oil out of the kernel. The waste from that kernel, the shell, I understand, is used for friction, for cars, motorbikes, and other things. The kernel itself, the dye from it, is used to feed animals. We encourage people to move to the Southeast, and African Development Bank, the IFC, we can invest in somebody who can do the proposal. As a government, we can also get involved. And let someone move to the Southeast and open up maybe a big band and start to grow beets in 6-8 months time. It's ready, it's growing. And we can put a ban on the importation of pig feet, pig ear, pig teeth, pig tongue, It's better to grow it in the Southeast because to move the feed from the Southeast here for 6-8 months or 1 year to feed animals, it will cost you a lot. And so if you grow it there, you will ship the pigs or whatsoever one time. So it's grown. If you have the butchering up there, you put it into pieces, the pig feet, put it in one barrel, the pig tail, pack it somewhere, the pig ear, put it in something, pig liver. Because that's how we get in here. You go to the grocery now, to the frozen food area, you buy pig tail, pig ear, pig heart, pig head, everything is here. These are low-hanging fruit that we can start now. In a few months' time, something to happen. We need to be more practical than talking. We've been talking. All of the policies we're writing now, and all of the rest, practical now, and stop talking. If it comes to talking, somebody put a projector here, you just saw the city. Then discussing our city from 2007. And I saw the whole city. I even see the people that start moving the brick because they got money. So from 2007 to today, I don't know how many years, the first thing we always do there, that build a teaching like this. That build something like this so we can start moving bricks first. But I hold these show my man, I see nothing. So we need to be more practical. And our former president said, if your dream don't make you scary, it's not a dream, Madam Salih. But you can't be dreaming and getting scared and something will happen to you. You got to do something with that dream sometimes. Cassava. We got 200 different items from cassava. You can throw a cassava stick here now. And in two weeks, come back. It will start to grow by itself. You don't need fertilizer. Now encourage people to invest in the cassava. Besides building the industrial park, what people will come and build the factory for cassava, build the factory for this. You gotta start, I'm the agricultural here. You gotta start looking at where we're taking those material from to feed this factory. Or else we'll build a factory here, and here coming to feed it. So you gotta work together. Cassava is somewhere big we can go. Even pepper. And you know how much we're spending to bring pepper from Guinea? You will not imagine it. Somebody will have on the government, what is it? Okay, where is that doing? I'm doing 200 acres of cassava farm now. I'm doing pepper. I'm doing, that's the president's vision. If we follow the president, we must be able to be a vision. And we got to drive it. We got to be the example. So again, I want to say thank you. I can take all of your time. But we need to be more practical and stop talking. Let's get to work. Let's move this country forward. We will work together. The agricultural sector is very big. We can grow this whole country. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. The second aspect of this program is for the Vice President to deposit a reed. Hello. The second aspect of this program is for the Vice President to deposit a reed and then do a tour. And then we have the vote of thanks. So do we have presentation to the Vice President? Honorable Vice President, I'd like to call you back to the podium to actually launch a special agro-industrial processing zone.
Thank you. So today, we want to launch a special economic zone, industrial art center, and make it workable. Workable, honor Her Excellency Joseph Yuma Bwaka, Senior. This special economic zone is here by launch. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Vice President. Honorable Vice President, can you just come up front so that we can make a presentation to you? Please.
Mr. Nabil is the Executive Secretary for the Sahara and the Sahel Observatory, and they are working with 27 countries. They are visiting Liberia and making an investment into 2,741 hectares in 6 counties, including your county, Nima County as well, Lofa, Bomi, Mosorado, and Grand Jide. So they are here with the mission, so can you present?
Thank you very much. Excellency, Vice President of Liberia, Excellencies, representative of people of Liberia, honorable member of the government of Liberia, dear partners, dear guests. It's an honor for me to be here in Liberia and to meet you. And first of all, let me extend my heartfelt congratulations for your recent Independence Day on behalf of the Sahara and Sahel Observatory. The Sahara and Sahel Observatory, your organization, you know, since last April, Liberia is member of the Sahara and Sahel Observatory. And we are here in Monrovia to say that we are committed to contribute to your efforts, to your strategies, to help you and to support you in the implementation of your strategy regarding sustainable development and mainly regarding the development of the agricultural sector. So, as you may know, the Sahara and Sahel Observatory is accredited by the Adaptation Fund and by the Green Climate Fund, so that we can help you to access these donors by developing programs and projects. Yesterday, we had very fruitful meetings with the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to develop new programs and new projects aligned with your strategy and politics. So once again, you can count on our efforts, our contribution to your strategies. And just here, I have a small gift from our organization to say that we are with you. And as you said, we need now to work all together. We need all our partners to be here to support your strategies in the benefits of people of Liberia.
Thank you. Okay, as we come to the close of this historical and very, very important program, we would like to take this time to make apologies to Representative Nikita Ricks. We would like to make apologies to Mr. Paul Wanko with Wanko Farms. However, we do want you to make sure you do go in the back and check out what he is doing. He has an amazing farm, and he is an excellent example of everything we have spoken about today. So you will have a chance to engage and talk to him one-on-one. We also would like to say our apologies to Mr. Umar Mohammed as well. Now I'd like to call on Mr. Peter Roberts. And last but not the least, we do have wonderful lunch in the back. We know that's the most important, right? And of course, it's a taste of Liberia. We decided to go Liberian on this event because we want to showcase our foods. So Mr. Peter Roberts.
Thank you. Well, because time is fast spent, we want to use this opportunity to thank our Vice President for officially launching the special agro-processing zone that will be in the Liberia County. We want to thank the rest of our platform guests, the Speaker, President Pro Tem, and the rest of our platform guests for receiving this invitation. We really appreciate it. And as the Vice President said, that they are thinking of supporting us. We are ready to work and we can make this happen. I want to thank all of our development partners, especially the African Development Bank, for the support. All the support. Is a success. Thank you.
The Vice President will move towards the memorial at the back to deposit a wreath, and he will be hosted by the Honorable Speaker, and then followed by the Pro Tem, Senator DeLong, the other representatives, Mr. Red, who's going to guide the Vice President to the floor, because he has to know where he's going. So after the wreath has been placed on the memorial, then the Vice President will take a tour. I've also been informed that they have products outside, largely produced by Liberians, that they can buy. I saw eggs, not eggs from outside, but eggs from right here, coffee, and other products. So I hope and trust the Honorable Speaker, Madam President, you can fully charge so that you can patronize the Liberian business. Honorable Vice President, please. The wreath, the Honorable Vice President will be followed closely by the Speaker, the Honorable Pro Tem, Mr. Red, and then we'll move to the memorial where the Vice President will be passing the wreath.
effort of our fellow friends from our neighboring countries and around the world came here and sacrificed on behalf of this country to make sure we enjoy the peace we are enjoying. I want to recognize them. Those of them that lost their life here, I want to say thank you for your sacrifices, and we ensure you will keep the peace. I want to lay them the Father, the Son, and the Blessed Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you.
There you have it. That was the Vice President.
So this one we have the yellow root. It's good for lactating mothers and malnourished children. There's the under cassava that has vitamin A in it. So we are prepared to help hospitals, mothers, and children that are having difficulty in growth. The fund is in Muscle and Todi. We are called Global Agro. We are operating under 150 acres of land, plenty of cassava. Vitra gave us a processing plant. We are doing cassava flour, high quality cassava flour, through the project for the Ministry of Agriculture through Vitra. So we are set and we are the head of the cassava sector. I heard you talking about 200 acres in Lima. Will you come and see the farm? I will buy a cassava, trust me.
I'm going to buy it. Give me 10. I got to pick it up my office. Thank you.
Process the cassava water from water
Yeah,
No, we gave the change, yeah.
Yeah, make a difference to the honey. Yeah. That's the one for $10, they want ginger flakes, they want
okay. Everything on the table here, right? All right.
Big brother. Yeah. I know you.
So you're selling chemical
We're almost at the end with our 2 more tables.
How much are them? We have $5 in the restaurant. Wow. 25. Just a bagging. Wow. Hey, yeah, take.